Swarley kahapon, di ba? 6 months na in the running yung last patch.
Mahigit. Feeling ko mahigit na
Yeah,
nga yata.
mahigit from 6 months, di ba? And, yeah, tingnan natin kung sino yung mga nag-aral dito sa ating mga pro teams na sumali here on this finals. So, so, pero alam mo, since bago yung patch.
Pero feeling ko, ang sure na mangyayari, ban na naman yung mga Viper, ban na naman yung mga Draw Ranger. Kasi sila talaga yung mga death ball-oriented lineup eh. Fire Underlord still could be in the ban there. Pero very, very important na medyo na-nerf si Sven, si S-Ben. Pero hindi pa rin natin nakikita nga pala yung, wala pa rin tayong preview ng...
Yeah, we still don't have a live feed on our end, but we're gonna be starting the game soon. So, yes. And we're gonna be switching into the game. It's gonna be a drafting phase. Valkyrie 5 versus Pacific Pink. Who you got? Comment down on the comment section below.
Hashtag Valkyrie or hashtag
Pacific Pink.
Pacific Pinkudes.
Yes, Pacific Pink. And they're gonna be banning right now.
Anyways, yeah, I'm very excited. Who are the worthy bans for them in this fresh off the boat meta?
Fresh off
Mas
the boat.
sariwa pa sa...
Yeah, maybe we're gonna see the death profit that she said.
Maybe. I would like it kasi ang laking bagay nung binuff din sa kanya. And medyo nawala si Death Prophet for a while. And she has always been such a consistent hero, especially in pubs.
Yeah, definitely. And, I wish there was a chance that we can see Viper on today's matches. He's actually...
Why do you like promoting toxicity, Mr. Vittorio? Is that how you run your office?
No, it's because he has a 100% ban rate ever since yesterday. And maybe, they're gonna...
Grabe, inubos talaga nila yung ban. So, ubos na yung oras. So, first ban pa lang, hindi pa rin sila makaisip kung ano ibaban. That is how... Pero it's gonna be Unjing! Bakit si Unjing? Ayaw nila kay Unjing.
Yeah, nakita natin he's very, very OP on the support because of the decay.
Pero Phoenix has been banned out. Very quick ban for Valkyries, but very quickly running out of time here. Reserve time already used up in the first phase for Pacific Pink. Jinwoo doesn't have quite an idea who they should be banning yet. But, the safest way to ban right now is just ban heroes that you don't deal with very well. Like, okay, what happened? I like it. Hoodwink, here we go. We won't be seeing Hoodwink, unfortunately. I do like that they put another furry in this game.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not enjoying you saying that.
Why? What do you have against cute little forest animals? With giant crossbows?
I feel like Peter might go guns blazing here in this game.
But it's okay. Weaver has been picked up, so we will not be having to deal with any bug extermination yet because Weaver. What did they change with Weaver? Justin Weaver. 10
seconds remaining.
Weaver. Oh.
This is Aghanim Shard, actually.
Oh, just a minor change.
Upgrade on the Swarm.
Reveals invisible units. Extra. Okay. So a Ganem Shard is quite the bang for buck item right there. But Wind Ranger, I think both teams might be running Wind Ranger as well. They're going to be taking out the Omni Knight with the Hammer of Justice. A Ganon's Shard, he does pure damage, can easily become a right clicker, but it's going to be a Lich. The new thing about Lich in this patch is it's going to be the Ice Spire Aghanim Shard. It's like it's an area control that will really just
slow. And it can also bounce the
Chain Frost.
Chain Frost is going to be able to bounce on that Ice Spire.
So very interesting. Could be another added element to the Circle of Death strat with the Wukong's command or with the Arena of Blood of Mars. Anything goes.
Yes, definitely. That was kind of an OP Aghanim Shard skill coming in from.
What is this hero? Okay, I thought they picked a hero. I thought there was like an invisible hero, but that's the flag. I was just looking at the flags.
Chain Frost is definitely scary. year dispatch.
Scary year. No, it's even more cold than it was before. Colder than your last ex, ladies and gentlemen.
She wasn't called to me though.
Okay. Well, just me then, I guess. Moving on, it's gonna be Keeper of the Light, Kotal of the Light. One of my favorite heroes will be actually coming back with a very, very interesting new mechanic. They're gonna have the ultimate is gonna go back to the spirit form once again, the light form, the Keeper of the Light. What do you call that again? Okay, there we go. It's gonna. Oh, it has a new basic ability.
Yes. And then there's a scepter rework also, new ability, and also a scepter rework on Keeper of the Light.
And you will be able to use the Illuminate with the healing Illuminate using the shard once again.
Radiant team
Yeah, the Will-O-Wisp is not going to be the ultimate anymore.
And it can also heal.
It's going to be spirit
allies.
form with that one. But yeah, Life Stealer. Gonna steal your wives.
Yeah.
The Wife Stealer.
Life Stealer.
Another reworked hero will be having that Ghoulish Frenzy. Open Wounds will not be a basic ability anymore. That will be an item that will be requiring an Aghanim Scepter. But the Ghoulish Frenzy, it does improve your attack speed. It also does give you that passive slow. So if you latch onto someone, ka na lang.
Yeah, and he's actually a very sustainable laner. He has that sustainability, and also he can use his ultimate as a lifesaver also for his allies. A very, very solid pick, and also you can never go wrong with the anti-magic that he has.
The Rage, the magic immunity, but Tusk has been banned out here. Yeah, Valkyries did run the Tusk. I think actually it was Pacific Pink who ran the Tusk yesterday. It was Choo Choo. Choo choo.
For me, Lifestealer scales crazily just having that armor of 40 and
It's the Wife Stealer, like you always have to ban Vittorio, the Wife Stealer.
no, I'm not the one.
You're not the wife.
Maybe you're.
I'm not the Wife Stealer. I know who the Wife Stealer is. Let's
Yeah.
just name that person JN.
She's a wife stealer.
Yeah, she's a Wife Stealer.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe. We'll have to find out. Tune in next time.
Yes, tune in on the next match.
And she/she will answer that question because we haven't said what the gender was yet.
Yeah, no.
But Beastmaster is gonna be another hero that did get that rework.
That prophet is gone.
Aww, Death of Prophet too.
That prophet was banned while we were talking about wife stealers.
They did steal away the corpse bride right there. Not very waifu material, but very corpsey material, if that makes any sense. But yeah, thank you, Submai, for the Nation of the Stars. Yet again, 8 weeks straight, 10 stars.
Yeah, sabi niya, ang popogi nyo.
Mas,
Ikaw lang.
Mas pogi ka.
Mas pogi
Mas
ka.
pogi si Julia. Yun ang sabihin natin. Julia, ang pogi mo. Marlena will be picked up here.
Well, did they had upgrade on this patch?
The Lina can cast the Laguna Blade as an AoE now. So
What?
you can Dragon Slave, LSA, and then Laguna Blade a whole area. Scorched Earth, but Snapfire gonna be picked up, gonna be stolen away from Snapfire Airlines of Valkyries, unfortunately. But yeah, Snapfire is still a very, very good hero. What did they change? I don't think they changed much.
I mean, he's already an OP hero.
Okay, Gobble Up has a mana cost.
He got nerfed, I think.
Not that much.
Not that much, but he's still very, very viable with the damage that he
Scatter
has.
Blast with a shard is gonna have that stun, so even more.
Oh, that's gonna be detrimental to this. But Lina has that AoE Laguna Blade right now, so maybe it's gonna be trading. It's gonna be a trade-off for sure. I'm not even sure if Lina is gonna be going mid, or maybe they're gonna go for a 4 or 5 for Lina. Just looking into the next pick, I think they still need a bona fide carry for Valkyries.
Well, there are still 2 picks to play around with it, and Race's Word's still good. Phantom Assassin has that fan of knives now, which is like reminiscent of the Warcraft days.
Yeah, Warcraft days.
It was Mordred. It was Mordred.
Mordred.
Yeah, who had it?
The campaign hero.
The Warden. There we go. The Warden. But obviously, Dota didn't steal that from Blizzard or anything.
Yes.
Totally unique IP here.
Definitely very, very unique. It's
I mean, Lina, definitely not based on Lina Inverse. But Spectre is gonna be picked up here by Valkyries. Talking about late game. Let's see if they did change anything with Spectre specifically. Okay. Okay. He has a shard now. Reduced base attack. Oh, fail. Okay, not just more of a rework. Shard not gonna be that game changing because it just spawns a hunt illusion to attack the most recent hero that damaged you.
yes, and they kind of
Oh, Leshrac! Aghanim Scepter, new ability, Nihilism. It is basically turning himself and any enemy heroes around him into ethereal form. That means they're gonna be slowed, they're gonna take amplified magic damage, so it's basically an AoE E-Blade. Nihilism.
Oh, with the Leshrac and Lich combo.
No, that could be very, very scary. Leshrac.
Nihilism.
Nihilism. Direk, how do you pronounce that? Paturo nga, feeling ko alam mo. Nihilism or nihilism?
He's looking at us, he doesn't even know.
Pero, baka nihilism. Una or pangalawa? Nihilism. Chats, patulong nga. Paano ko pronounce yung nihilism? Alam ko, di ba parang ano yan, may philosophy yan.
Yes, and also, looking at the lineups right now, Pacific Pink is looking to a more, for me, they're looking at a better composition right now in terms of damage on paper. And Valkyrie 5, yeah.
They banned Timber, so Magnus was taken out as well. Very, very interesting. They still need at least another initiator on top of the... Because they don't really have like a pure initiator for Pacific Pink, so maybe even a Tide Hunter who did get that minor buff recently. Still very good. They don't have a lot of spell immunity around their area. Even an Underlord? Is an Underlord still available? Yes, Underlord is still available. So let's see. They still want that initiation, and it's going to be the Tangle year. Another hero with another change. He can just roll into a ball and protect himself, like the cute little pangolin that he is. But it's when Ranger will be picked up here, and which way is this gonna go? Who is playing this one? No, the Wind Ranger Arcana. The power shot can be global now with the shard, and it can be used as a killing blow.
That is...
13%. 13%, basta 13% HP threshold. So matamaan siya nung power shot.
Gonna be OP for sure.
Yep.
Any AoE, any Wind Ranger is actually very, very good. And then you're gonna put it at the global range.
It's the Wind Waifu versus the Wife Stealer later on. Let's see how it's gonna go.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go for that Life Stealer.
But you do what you have to. The Life Stealer will have to be buying into an MKB just because of that Wind Ranger. But yeah, anything goes. It's a fresh patch. We don't know. We have no stats whatsoever on who is the effective hero. So let's see. Pacific Pink will be taking on Valkyries. Let's see who will take game number 1.
Yes, and last match, 14-6. Maybe they practiced this Wind Ranger on the last games that they did.
But choke me. I hope she doesn't choke on this game.
Is that Choo? Choo?
Choo, chugga. Which one is Choo? I don't know.
The name of the Violet player.
Oh yeah. Choo, chugga, choo.
Yes, and it's not gonna be a very, very unpredictable fight. We don't know yet what to expect because the new patch is here, and we haven't really played a lot on this patch for sure. It just got released yesterday. Yeah, very, very excited right now. What to see, what to expect, who's gonna be dominating on this patch. Maybe we're gonna have a glimpse here.
A glimpse. But we don't have a disruptor though, so. So we'll have to see. But there we go. I think we are about ready to hop right back into the game here.
Yeah, you know what I wanna see? I really wanna see Omni Knight.
Wait, where is it? I lost myself. There we go. Omni Knight? Well, it was banned out first, so maybe
Yeah, I
gonna be a
mean,
priority ban. Because you can...
Did
you
he
can,
get buffed?
Yeah, he did it. He has a Hammer of Justice now or something, which is like pure damage. His attack will be doing pure damage, which is insane. Like, what support? I'm just gonna smite my enemies to Kingdom Come. That's what he wants to do.
Wow. Maybe that was the reason because yesterday he wasn't really banned at all.
Yeah, well,
he was on the snub list. Not even on the sides of the players yesterday, but I think the game is gonna be starting now.
there we go. Let's see the lineup. Jinwoo will be playing that Life Stealer, but Direct just took away my scoreboard, so I can't do a hero rundown anymore. There we go. Pacific and Kitty will be on that ledge. Choo Choo on that Snapfire Riskersy Wiggy Wiggy on that Leshrac. Pangolier will be played by Dash.
Dash. And then for the die, it's Natsumi on that Lina. Choke me Wind Ranger on that Wind Ranger Chinese name on a
You
keyword.
should learn how to read Chinese, Vittorio.
Snapfire Airlines on that Beastmaster.
No Snapfire for her, unfortunately, this time around. But yeah, the Santa Roshan is finally out.
Yes.
There we go. In the rain, Pango will be able to poke towards that one. Keeper of the Light did get a bit of change once again. Look at that. The gifts are already set under the tree.
Did they see each other?
No, not yet. There's a wall. Di pa sila nagsusulyapan dito.
And the wall is now gonna be crumbling.
Oh.
Yeah, Lina, it's gonna be on the bot side.
The battle begins.
Anyways, bounty fight. It's gonna go 2-4-2. Nothing too drastic for both teams here. Bot lane Snapfire Airlines with the Lina will be able to pressure the Lich and the Lifestealer. Let's see how it goes. But mid lane Wind Ranger Leshrac. Leshrac does have a lot of magic damage, so doesn't care about the wind run at all. Then just, you know, nuke down that Ginger.
Oh, well, I'm not even sure why you did that Ginger joke.
It's not, but she's a Ginger. She's an adorable Ginger. She's Wind Waifu.
Will waifu, and then wife stealer is on the other side. That's gonna be detrimental.
He's gonna steal your wives. That's what he's gonna do.
He's
He's gonna eat them. That's what he's gonna do. But yeah, wife stealer getting battered by the fireballs.
Yeah, Lina on the 4. Lashrock is
Do
doing some
LSA connecting here, and Lich will be damaged quite a bit. Top lane, Pangolier being able to pressure out the Spectre. Still one of the weaker laners in the game despite that change. Salve will be cancelled out here. Dito, Spectral Dagger para tumakbo. Pero mukhang yun na nga, okay lang. Pero no, Snapfire still pushing forward. Scatter Blast available pa rin, pero ayaw pa rin kasi medyo mahina para ang damage dito to Spectre. Na-force na siyang i-burn kaagad ang kanyang regen this early on.
Yeah, now we're seeing Snapfire doing a lot of damage there. And yeah, just the mid lane. Who do you think is gonna be coming out on top here on the mid? It's gonna be Leshrac.
Well, Leshrac does have the early advantage right now. If he gets like a level advantage later on, he can easily just run down that Wind Ranger without a care in the world. Fireball still coming through from Natsumi? Natsumi? What's his name?
Natsumi?
Natsumi.
Yeah.
I thought her name was like Atsui, which is like Japanese for mainit. But not like the hot, not the aesthetic hot. It's just literally mainit.
Okay.
Just like every single day in our lives here in the
In the
Philippines.
Philippines, yes. Thank you for the air conditioning in this room now.
Thank you, AC. You are a godsend. By the way, go Fluffy Hat. Warming up for the winter, the most cost-effective HP item today. 125 HP for 250.
Yeah,
Cool.
what a deal.
What a deal.
It's like on the 12/12 sale on
Yeah,
the shops.
that's true. But we aren't sponsored by them, unfortunately. So we won't really shout them out, but we already know who you are because you won't have to wait long for the next one, which is going to be a 1-1.
One. The next one is gonna be on the New Year's, and yeah, maybe.
And hopefully you don't get into debt right as the new year begins because we highly advise against that, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, and Spectre is not having a good time here, being harassed by that Snappa. Not really anything that they can do. Keeper of the Light is not really for trades.
Mid lane, levels are quite equal. Salve still available para kay Wind Ranger dito, pero sa Shrek will be able to pressure the happenings here. Diabolic Edict decided not to level. Split Earth is available. Wind Ranger has to be careful dito. Pero, just faking it. Pop fake lang daw. And Lich will be able to still, it's a battle of ice and fire pa rin dito sa bot lane. Pero, Chuchu actually picking up the kill against MK. MK was trying to form that jungle, much awkward. Very, very aggressive positioning, especially on a hero that's... Oh, okay. Makes sense now.
Yes.
That's why that happened. That was a very awkward time.
She was missing in action. Yeah, getting a first blood there. It's gonna be detriment. It's not really gonna be game changing. But getting those advantages and those snowballs rolling, it could turn into a one-sided street, especially if they get that easy of a kill.
Yeah, not with your Spectre, but Spectre will be able to connect once again. That was just unfortunate that she did feel a bit of lag there, but then again, we are in the Philippines, so that is bound to happen.
Yeah, definitely. Now the post is lifted and the time is running again.
Bangalore will be going for that value javelin play here, but that early level advantage will be hurting Spectre quite a bit. Level 3 against the level 4.
Yeah, definitely the trade is gonna be felt here on the top. On the bottom lane is just anybody's game right now.
Jin, just farm lang muna daw dito. Si Natsumi will be able to, get some XP while Snapfire Airlines prepares for kick.
Yes.
There we go. Finally there. The LSA will connect on scripts.
Has been killed.
Yeah, Lina throwing up and skills here in the neutrals. It's gonna be dangerous for the Lich. Lich is going low here, and the fire is here. But Lifestealer gets a rage in, trying to burst down Lina. And Lina is almost gonna fall down. Is she gonna be taken out?
Oh, slow. This can be kited. Solve as well, and Lifestealer biting off more than you can chew. You're not gonna steal my wife this time, says Beastmaster. Lina will be safe.
Yeah, definitely. But she's gonna have that rage in, so he's gonna be able to take his life.
Anyways, there's the Ghoul Frenzy, the new passive of the Lifestealer. Gives you a slow, gives you attack speed as well. And there we go, the Ghoul Frenzy. Very, very interesting new mechanic for him. Solves quite a bit of his mana problems as well, because before you had to have a lot of mana to be able to cast open wounds early on. And now you have that free slow as long as you can get right up in the opponent's face.
Yeah, and here Snappa is gonna be coming in for that jump, and yeah, Spectre is almost gonna go down.
Nakupo na nga barong nga daw, pero nakupo, Snapfire, kaya mo pa ba to? Will be. Okay, what is that? Hinahanap na ba siya ng langit? Hinahanap na siya ng langit, gamit yung spell ni Keeper of the Light, that Solar Bind. Weekends, parang magic amplification ang ginagawa niya. Parang talagang kukunin ka na talaga ng langit. Pag mangyari yun, handa na si God para sa'yo, Snapfire. Yun ang nangyari.
Yeah, masyadong nag-commit there. Masyadong early, they were already on the lead. They don't really need to get that. They just need to disrupt and maybe deny some creeps.
Oh, okay. Let's rock with the haste. Let's rock it now. Sabi ni Wiggy, risky, baliktad pala. Risky, Wiggy. 4 spells available, ultimate available. Atsumi Nasaan ka? Nasaan ang kasama mo? Wala. And Risky Wiggy Wiggy will easily take that takeaway. So much magic damage on the board. Lina had no chance.
Yes, and yeah, it's still anyone's games right now. They were really doing a really great job on those exchanges in the early. I mean, yeah, you can get those kills, but at the end of the day, if the carries are gonna be able to farm well, they're moving forward. They're gonna be the one carrying up the slack for your team.
But okay, what is this item? The Orb of Corruption. Direct. Pa-highlight naman ng bagong item na yan. Orb of Corrosion.
Not corruption.
So, fluffy hat. Parang sinunog yung hat no?
Yeah.
Naging acid na lang siya. Kaya, Corrosion, it has that movement speed slow, that damage over time, and that value plus 150 health. Tingnan mo yan. Level 5, pero 1,000 na kaagad ang buhay ni Spectre dito. Will be probably working towards that Blade Mail to keep up the pressure early on. Especially since Leshrac has a lot of that uncontrollable damage. Pero Wind Ranger, Focus Fire, ang ganda naman. Ang ginagawa dito, pero nanginginiti pa rin siya this early on. Snapfire will be able to walk away with the threat of Ziggy Ziggy Wiggy Wiggy.
Dire's bottom
Yes,
tower
and yeah, Pangolin is gonna be trying to
May Rolling Thunder. Ito lang ha, they see me rolling. Will they be hating dito? Knockout. Wala pang na-knockout dito, Lina. Will get the first taste of that one. Atsumi will be able to Dragon Slate and take away si Kitty Boo dito. Buhay pa nga si Lina dito and Pangol here. Oh, tinatawag ka na nga ng Diyos. Yan na nga, double kill with Snapfire Airlines. Everything just falling into place.
Yes.
For the Dire side, and that scenario, Fairy's Trinket has been picked up by the Wind Ranger. Let's take a look what that does again.
Yeah, it was a 1v, actually a 1v3 before the...
Pero hindi pa daw tapos ang laban. Snapfire Cookie over to the safety of the Fountain. Illuminate will damage him quite a bit. Ang lakas ng damage nun, especially with the spell amp. So Keeper of the Light actually gonna be pressuring a lot. Red Dragon Slave, hindi pa daw tapos. Illuminate will deter the rest of the Jinwoo's teammates, and they'll have to run away onto that board there. Pero the Slave will clip onto Choo Choo there. Snapfire, kaya ko rin daw magluto, sabi ni Lina. Illuminate won't connect onto anyone, but doesn't gonna matter. Nahihanap na nga dito, and Jinwoo just gonna farm over onto the side here.
They definitely lost a lot there. On the side of...
Oh, I like this. I like the pressure. They have the Beastmaster, right? So it's the Inner Beast. They have the sustain later on with the Keeper of the Light if he goes for an early shard. And then the Spectre is playing for the early game. He has that Orb of Corrosion. Likely gonna be a Blade Mail. And I like it. They came to play. One of them definitely stayed up all night studying this match.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, what is detrimental on their team is the Dire was already on position there. There's not much to do. It was a 1v3, and we all know numbers matter also in this game, especially in the early stages where you don't really have items to back you up. And on that side, I think the communications on the... I think this is the Valkyrie 5. Valkyrie 5 was more than what we could expect with Pacific Pink there. They were going 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1, which is not good.
And look at this Beastmaster. No boots, straight into Necronomicon. So really, they're playing for the mid game. And can we take a look at the net worth, Direct? I want to see how far ahead the players are. Press Y. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the network is on the Leshrac, getting that 5.5k, and yeah, he's not really going for those ganks. He's just peacefully farming.
Risky Wiggy already with the travel here, so she'll be able to at least staunch the bleeding here and find the space. It might be caught out here. LSA, will it connect? Doesn't matter. The shackle shot more than enough, and they just take out the richest player on the map.
Yes.
For
I don't know.
For Pacific.
They don't have vision on their jungle, and going alone there without any tower or any kind of support is kind of a suicide. Yes, you are the richest player, but against 3 multiverse.
What? Ika nga ng mga magagaling na caster sa ating panahon, walang malakas sa 5.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Hindi
under
pa siya
attack.
5, 3 pa lang yun.
Tama. Tower shot? I wanna see, what, is anyone? Oh, wala. Tagal-tagal pa yun. Wala pang Aghanim Stride. 20 minutes pa bago magka-Aghanim Stride. Rolling Thunder, kinasa na nga dito. Beep, beep! Umalis kayo. Kasi baka may masagasahan yun na nga. Nasagasahan. Lina, double knockout there into the shield crash. So much damage. Kisses flying off in the backline. The lethal ang nahalik.
Yeah,
Ni Lola.
Like, medyo mabaho yung Mortimer's Kisses niyan. Kailangan, pag nag-Mortimer's Kisses, iwasan mo agad. And yeah, Pangolier was on the set there. On a roll, actually. Getting 3 hits on the Lina, bursting him up.
And the knock-up though, double knock-up into the shield crash. Bye-bye, sweet princess.
Yeah, at least they're getting some place in here, and kita naman natin dito, it's more sustainable on the side of Pacific Pink. What Valkyrie 5 needs to do is get more kills in, and get some farms in.
Oh, Necro 3 already, and Beastmaster and Co. They're gonna start pushing very, very soon here. You don't want to waste that Necro 3 timing. You do not.
Yeah, economical level 2 already.
It's gonna be 3. It's gonna be 3 now, and he'll have the boots as well. So. Oh wait. Oh no, he sold it. Okay. I thought it was 3 already. Not bad. Bad. I can't count. But Jinwoo doesn't need to count anymore because she'll be taking a break in this one. Beautiful shackle shot will connect onto the Snapfire here. Focus fire has been popped. Dragon Slave won't click, but won't matter. And then Ashby, well, the double knockup is gonna be there once again. Beautiful Pangolier driving, a professional driver, F1 driver. This Pangolier is.
Yeah, definitely F1. He was very, very fast on that take, and yeah, was not fine, getting a lot of damage there.
Okay, that was way too aggressive, and Wiggy Ziggy is gonna be able to clean up House Pangolier, making it work. A dash. She is literally a dash. Just slicing through the enemy line with that Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, I think Valkyrie 5 had a wrong call there. Nakikita naman natin, they were too aggressive on that take. And nakuha na nila yung tower, they didn't need that hero kill anymore. At least, if you're alone, at least go back.
But it's okay. Sometimes mainit lang talaga ang tarima. We all know that. We play competitive games. Sometimes all thinking goes out the window when you want a kill.
Yeah. Sometimes, pag, uy, kaya ko to. Tapos di ko pala kaya.
May flash pa ako, may flicker pa. Ay, ibang game.
Ibang game yun.
Ibang game.
And nakita naman natin dito, they just need to do a regroup. Nananalo naman sila on those clashes wherein numbers matter. And yun lang yung kailangan hanapin ng Valkyrie 5.
But finally, look at that. 4K gold lead now. Patingin nga ng net worth graph direct. Patingin nga ng Dota Plus.
Yeah.
Net worth, graph.
The graph.
The graph. Yung sa upper right side, yung may Dota Plus and everything, wala ba? Naka-off ba? Apparently wala. Very, very sad. Why is it not there? Kasi alam ko nasa upper right siya eh. Hindi ko siya makita ngayon. Baka naka-off siya sa UI. Oh well.
Yes.
Moving on.
Yeah, at least Slash Rank is still up in the rankings of net worth, already sporting that 7.3 in contrast to what Valkyrie 5 has. Beastmaster at that 6.4K.
Very, very rich, that Beastmaster, but still, they're kind of like wasting their time here because they got the Necronomicon very, very early, but they kind of stopped pushing forward, and I think their window is closing at this point. You know how Pacific Pink, they play these late games so well. They're the veterans in this scene.
Dire's
Yes,
top tower
and
is under attack.
even if you dominate on the early, as long as you reach the middle and to the late stages of the game, it changes. And you know the lineup that they have, like I said, has
Radiant structures
good
are
potential,
Dire's
especially
top tower
going into
is
the
under
middle,
attack.
into the late, and you know they
Radiant's
got
bottom
buffed
tower
also.
is under attack.
The skills of Spitfire, Lich, Blackrock. He is gonna be taken down by the tower. What a sad sight there.
But 3 the roar will connect. Hunt on top of it. And Ziggy, Ziggy, Wiggy, Wiggy. Not gonna be long for this world. Yes, sir. As the burst with the infest. More than enough. Actually, not. It's the enemy. It's the enemy's burst, not the infest burst. But yeah, he'll be able to run away here. They're gonna try and run down the Pango. Spectral Dagger has been used. Power Shot won't connect. Spectre. Spectre, he's still on the hunt here. Shackle Shot still won't connect. Snapfire now with the support still Cookie, but the Power Shot, the execute, is gonna be there. And they want more. They want Grandma Kisses fly in. Lina gonna be the victim to the kisses here. Couldn't take the heat. And now, choke me, choke me. You wanna stay here? I don't think you want to stay here because your teammates, your comrades are falling left and right. Windranger now alone here, even getting body blocked left and right. But the focus fire, Windrun as well, enough to create the space as Windranger will be able to make the escape. But Wiggy Wiggy, risky! The Split Earth is gonna be there. Do they have the damage? Yes, sir! As he will be able to run down this Windranger. Actually, no! The procs are lacking one more proc! Windranger is away!
You know, that was a good escape from Windrunner, but you know what's better? The one that they did on that clash. They Valkyrie 5 overextended again, and Pacific Pink capitalized on that. We saw Snapfire really doing a lot of damage there. And
Quicksilver Amulet. Oh, I like that item. It's a very interesting new item that you'll be able to, okay, pa-highlight naman direct para mabasa natin. Quicksilver Locket. Baka nasa stash. Walang kumukuha. Ang ganda-ganda ng item. Walang kumukuha. Grabe naman. Anyways, it has like a movement speed, attack speed, and cooldown reduction buff. Parang ganun. And there we go. And Pacific Pink still being dominant here. Despite falling behind early. Leshrac, you know, he died early. But it's okay, there we go. Quicksilver Amulet, movement speed, attack speed, and it increases your animation speed and projectile speed. So that basically effectively reduces your base attack time. So think of it as like the Alchemist. The Alchemist, when he uses Chemical Rage, he reduces his base attack time. So improving your animation time is gonna have very similar effect. And on heroes that have that very, very short backswing, you can easily just amplify your attack speed so much. And a new item here being picked up by Lina, the Falcon Blade, plus 150 health, plus 1.6. I think that can transition into a Witch's Blade later, which we talked about is very important for int heroes heading into the late game. Hindi po, Paps. Hindi ko na yung masasagot. May nag-chat.
yes, and yeah, actually, dun sa mga nakita naman natin on the clashes, there were a lot of mistakes of Pacific Pink, but there was a lot more mistakes from Valkyrie 5. And Pacific Pink is completely was able to, you know, overturn that clash. They should have lost that if Valkyrie 5 didn't push into that tier 2 tower of Pacific Pink. But they opted to be more aggressive than they could chew.
It's okay. Sometimes, talaga, mainit lang talaga ang tagino minsan. It's the emotions always, you know, it's always gonna get the better of you, especially in these competitive games. And you can't really fault them because it happens to the best of us.
Yes, but still, you need to have that constraint because it happened already 3 times.
Ag Scepter now on to the Snapfire. Kobe, it's gonna be happening very, very soon. The long range initiation. Let's see how it goes. Choo, who is gonna hop on to that train here.
Yes. Now Valkyrie 5 really needs to place this well. They need to control their emotions. They need to be more coherent. But it's gonna be a clash here.
Primal Roar will connect onto the lifesteal. Rage can't even. Oh, actually, does managed to cast it, but still, the damage more than enough kisses will be the trade-off here. Tango and Leshrac gonna try and go for the return kills here. Use has been used. Split Earth. Where is the Split Earth? Doesn't seem to be necessary as Risky Wiggy Wiggy is just gonna run down that Keeper. But still, the Spectre and Spectre survives, Leshrac survives. Fairly even trade. Quite unfortunate though, because that roar did happen from the other side of the tree and just gonna react fast enough, and Jinwoo just couldn't do anything in that engagement.
Yeah, it was a clash that was very, very equal in terms on the gains of what the teams had. It was a 3-for-3 exchange, but you know, unless you get a kill on that Leshrac, a clash doesn't really matter because he is dominating the net worth ratings here in this game.
Blade Mail already up onto the Spectre. He has 1500 HP. 1.5 pala. 1.5 HP. So kung machempohan niya yung Pulse Nova, medyo matatakot itong si Leshrac na to.
Yeah, it's not really the best kind of year to get from that Pulse Nova.
They're pulling away right now quite far.
Yes. Also, Lifestealer is already on the second on the network rating.
Oh, okay. Cookie and Shackle Shot. That was cute. Like, he was tied to a tree, but you fed him a cookie and he had the energy to jump away.
Yeah, it's just exchanges right now. They need to get another clash in, but what is the most favorable position for Valkyrie 5 here? What do they need to aim for?
Well, I think the window has passed, to be honest, because they had such a good timing on the Necronomicon earlier. Yeah. And just like that, they stopped grouping up. They lost their way. They had the direction at the start. But, you know, sometimes you forget your game plan when emotions get ahead of you, and you kind of forgot. Because I really wanted them to keep up the pressure, especially, that was a very, very early Necronomicon 3 for the Beastmaster.
Yeah, it could have been utilized better on that early when no one's really having those items to rock. And yeah, and like you said, that, you know, emotions can get the better of us, but they need to be smart about it. There are times that when your emotions already led you to two losses in the clash, you really need to rein it in and, you know, try to severe the emotions like what the pro players do and TI that we watch.
But this isn't TI, this is Liga Adarna.
Yeah.
This is a much different ball game, and this is a new patch, so many different factors.
Yeah, but still, emotions are still
True. I mean, that's why some players they have psych coaches. They have psychiatrists, and
yeah, they need to be on top of the game. Yeah, it's very, very hard in terms of, because it's just an online tournament where you can't see your teammates who really supports you, right? It's very, very different, and
Are scanning.
they just need to maybe encourage each other here.
there we go. Just showing off the Ag Scepter, throwing away a creep. Yeah, creep, go do your thing. I'll use you as my catapult. But I do want it later on when they start throwing that Leshrac into the thick of the fight. Could be very, very scary, but Leshrac still has to be worried because that Blade Mail still going to chew him up alive if he doesn't watch out for his AoE magic. But yeah, Risky Wiggy Wiggy smoke up and ready to go. They're not gonna find anyone yet. They're posturing towards the mid lane now, but Risky Wiggy Wiggy, his smoke is gonna break. He's gonna spot out the Keeper of the Light. No! The gobble up! Not gonna connect onto anyone, but Keeper of the Light will be the sacrificial lamb. But it's okay. That was smoke break on a almost full 5-man rotation, and just to lose the Keeper of the Light, you know, things are looking good for Valkyrie after that, at least.
Yeah, they're gonna be in a better position. So, you know, Valkyrie 5 is not gonna be really. Valkyrie 5 is not really gonna be aggressive right now. They know that they lack one member, so they need to, you know, just go back into the base and.
No BKB, Manta style, so many items coming in from Valkyrie now, so they need to win this fight if they want to even things out. But Leshrac, still very, very aggressive. Will be working towards that BKB. He has skills as well.
And he has an Aghanim's, added health on him. He's gonna be harder to kill right now.
Oh,
Unless
yeah,
they
he has that
focus.
nihilism. There we go again. How do we pronounce that? How are we pronouncing that? Nihilism. It is an AoE ethereal effect that amplifies so much for damage
Yeah,
and
for
slows
the
them. It
magic
also
damage.
improves the movement speed of the Leshrac when he uses it. So
And there's a lot of skill damage coming in from Pacific Wing, and that's what makes the comp scary. Even though they don't have, for example, like Lysila doesn't have half damage, magic damage, he can just go into the backline and wreak havoc.
anyways, the smoke has been used here. It is Valkyrie's time for the smoke with the BKB. With that Manta style available, they definitely want to make something happen. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like they have the vision for it. They might spot out Leshrac in the mid lane. TPs are going to be flying in. Leshrac has to be careful here. The disable. It's not going to latch. The shackle, unfortunately, doesn't latch. He'll be able to use the nihilism to create the space to run away. But the Rolling Thunder over in the backline will be able to protect the rest of his team. Power Shot has been used as well. Illuminate. The knockups are going down, but no one is dying just yet. Actually, the Beastmaster did drop over in the backline. Leshrac just chasing down the Spectre. He wants blood. He wants black blood. As Risky Wiggy Wiggy is now on a dominating streak, and they can go for even more as Pango. Swashbuckle will be available in 2 seconds. But I think that will be the end of that. But they did lose the 2 big cores of Valkyrie. And
Yeah, Spitfire is now on.
oh,
a
hey,
fighting position.
Natsumi, she knows something is up. But the LSA will connect Laguna Blade, there we go. That's like the AoE Laguna Blade, but Snapfire gonna be fighting, he's gonna try and man up, but no support, and Natsumi will take that one. But still, the trade is gonna be the mid lane tower. Grandma, unfortunately, losing to the Zoomer.
He's not hitting those couple up. It's gonna be the highlight of the 1v1. That's why Lina was able to burst him down. But he got those shots in, then it would have been a different story. But yeah, no use crying on spilled milk. At least it's another new breathing room. It's gonna be a 4v5 for 7 seconds
Ooh,
more.
Elven Tunic. That is quite a good item to be held by the Spectre. It provides a lot of sustainability. You have an evasion as well. Can we look at it direct?
I mean, even if it has
Elven Tunic. Elven
it's not really gonna stop Leshrac from doing
Nobody has
some
Blade
havoc.
Mail, but it's okay. It's okay. This Risky Wiggy Wiggy still playing very well, not playing with any risk at all whatsoever, despite being her namesake.
Yeah, risky, wiggy. And the TPs are up into the top. Pangolier is gonna be there. And yeah, I think they're gonna be regrouping, but they're gonna be seeing the Lich and Leshrac pushing the tier 2 tower here in the ball lane.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, Kitibu agrees that it's okay. Fortify has been used. And they're gonna be fine. The top lane Rolling Thunder has been used. Is it gonna catch anyone? It's gonna find the Lina. He gets 1 knockup, he gets the second, and the Lifestealer Bomb more than enough to clean up house as Lina was stolen.
That is gonna be unfortunate. He's always getting caught out by that Pangolier. Pangolier has the
Yeah, he has a pact with the wife stealer. We're gonna steal your wives. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, he's been on point most of the game. All his knockups are hitting. Mostly Lina inverse, actually. If I'm not mistaken, he's already hit Lina 4 times.
Oh, but the gobble up. It just gets the stun, no hero. Oh, Paladin Sword onto the Lifestealer, even more sustained for that ghoul.
Mission is up for Pacific Pink. And yeah, there might be some skirmish on the back as Leshrac is looking to go for that windrunner. No, the pinks are out. He's just gonna go farm.
Ooh, okay. Nothing too fancy, but Wind Raider still doesn't really have damage. Went for the Black King bar into the travel or vice versa. So not much of a threat in that regard. Still very much threatened by that Leshrac.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah. I think they maybe are going for a
Okay, there we
rush.
go. Smoke. Let's go. This is it. This is go time. They're gonna find the smoke. The Aegis has already been taken. Blinking forward, hunting forward. The Spectre in no man's land. No one on the side of Valkyrie was able to help. Okay.
He's gonna fall down there, and it's gonna be another exchange, and trades are coming in. Windrunner is gonna try.
Oh, nice LSA though. That was a beautiful disengage, and that's gonna be that. Unless they have another gobble up in available. No.
I mean, if it's gonna hit, it's not hitting anyone yet.
But Spectre, the miscoms was really in that one. A very, very early hunt.
He went in as fast. He thought that he could maybe steal that Aegis, but it was a step too late.
The Wife Stealer more than ready to steal wives now. Echo Saber, Monkey King, Bar, Orb of Corrosion.
Can we see the network?
Yes, 16,000 in the bank. All three members, all three cores. The Centaur, poor Centaur, being thrown forward and just dying. But all three cores of Pacific are dominating in terms of gold, and they're gonna find Choke Me, and Choke Me will just have to run away. Doesn't want to be choked in this scenario.
Yes, he doesn't want to be choked into that choke point.
That's true. That's true.
Like you said, it is a very dangerous position, especially if Pangoli is gonna use the Rolling Thunder in a very tight place.
But there we go. The roll up. Is the roll up available? No, he doesn't have it. He has the Aghanim Scepter, not the Shard.
Yes, and they're gonna go back into farming more. Most of Pacific Pink is already dominating the charts. Not much on the Lich, but that is understandable. He is always the first one to die for the team.
Ooh, they're gonna find the BKB has been popped by the Wind Ranger, and she'll have to run away. And Spirit Form was used as well.
Dyer's bottom has fallen.
Okay. So hard now. Like, they really missed their opportunity. They really had a good chance of winning earlier, but they waited way too long. And sometimes patience can also be a double-edged sword.
I mean, yeah, if they use that aggression that they get on their emotions.
Because they
on
got
first,
the early advantage. They got the early advantage, and they just stopped. They just felt scared. They felt threatened by Ziggy Ziggy Wiggy Wiggy.
Yeah, which really perplexes me. Other classes, they're very, very confident, but when it comes to pushes or objective taking, they're very, very passive. Yeah, Keeper of the Light and the Wind Shot combo is...
They can definitely, hold the high ground because their deep push is gonna be very, very strong just from those two abilities.
Yes, from the Keeper of the Light and the Windwalker. Let's see here what's gonna be happening. How can they capitalize on it? Maybe there's a gobble up that's coming in. I feel like there's a gobble coming in from Snapback.
It's not Thanksgiving anymore, but we do want to see some double gobble up plays.
If it hits, yeah, it might be the start. Or maybe Pangolier comes in with the Rolling Thunder. We don't know.
I wonder if you can gobble up a Rolling Thunder Pango. That would be nice. Can you imagine?
That would be too OP.
That's a literal cannonball.
Yes, yeah, cannonball, and then after the gobble up, he's gonna be spinning.
They're gonna be able to hold this game quite a while just because of that. They do have an Aegis, but it's on the Lifestealer, and Lifestealer doesn't feel too confident about pushing forward. And Spectre, he's getting the space now.
Yeah, he needs to commit. The Lifestealer needs to commit the Aegis.
Oh, dagger! Lifestealer with the dagger could probably get that overwhelming dagger later on just for that initiation. But there we go, Rolling Thunder over in the backline. Not going to connect onto anyone. Yeah, just the one on the Beastmaster. Beastmaster Roar is available. They have to be careful. Illuminate will clip the backline though. But Lifestealer already falling very low. He'll be able to invest into the catapult, do a bit of chip damage on to the units. But the siege creep has been tossed up with the Yules. Hunt still being patiently saved by the Spectre, but still that is tower down. So Pacific Pink definitely gonna be happy with that one.
No, Lena is gonna be bursted down there.
No, but the instant buyback from Natsumi. Still Hunt finally used here. Oh, the focus fire is so much damage. No, he's alive! He got He got the double up away! Woo! Wow! Wow! Lifestealer was a gunner there, but the plays from his teammates ensured that he would survive. Oh, the knockback. The blinding light onto the low ground will catch the Pangolier unawares here, and hihanap na siya ng liwanag, pero will be able to swashbuckle to the low ground, but they want blood, and they will get blood as the Pangolier is down for 80 seconds. But still, not the worst loss in the world if you're Pacific, because you got the tower, you got the chip damage, and you save your two big boys, big girls in the Lifestealer and the Leshrac.
Lifestealer really just farming right now. They don't really need to commit. They got that tower already. Mega Creatures on the line there. They were not in a good position, but there's still a lot of things that they can do. They have most of
Yo,
the
risky wiggy. Split Earth, is it gonna be there? Unfortunately, a bit too slow. The disarm was used by the Nihilism. He'll try to run away. The Snapfire Cookie won't connect as well. But Wind Ranger Chokney has to be careful, can't overstay her welcome, as the rest of her team is actually pouncing if they do engage further.
Yeah, they just need to farm up, and Valkyrie 5 is still very, very behind. Can we see the net worth?
20,000 net worth lead. I mean, 20,000 in the bank for that Leshrac. Nihilism, such a good new item for him.
Yeah, one of the richest.
Oh, the Penta-Edged Sword. Can we look at that direct? A new item. Not quite familiar what it does just yet. Penta-Edged Sword. It's on the Spectre, I think. There, it's on the Spectre. Penta-Edged Sword plus 45 damage. Increase your attack range as melee as well.
80.
And it has a meme.
Wow.
It's basically a much better broom handle.
Penta-Edged Sword.
Such a swag name to a very edgy name, Penta-Edged. So it's not just a double edge, it's not a single edge, it's a Penta-Edged. That means 5.
Yeah, kind of strong naming sense for that sword. But is it gonna turn the tides onto their favor?
I mean, we'll see. It's still, they can hold the high ground for days. Has their advantage, and they can try. But it's very. Oh, there we go. The overwhelming Blake finally down on the Lifestealer.
Well, at this moment, they're just scoping out here. If Pacific Pink gets a pick off here, gets one hero from Valkyrie 5, they're gonna be committing for that mega creeps push.
Kind of a lull happening right now, but the Spectre is still the Spectre, so they have to respect that. And Wind Ranger hasn't had a lot of damage items until now, so they still have to be careful. And with Skadi now, even more control. If they find that Leshrac before using his BKB, they can easily just first out that very rich hero right now.
Yeah, having that BKB, Skadi, and Blade Mail and Manta style, Spectre is gonna be very scary at the clash. Can negate most of the damage on the onset.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
It's okay that they can't hear us. Discord is complaining that they can't hear us, but it's okay. We're right beside each other. That's what matters, despite the social distancing.
If you wanna, I mean, I'm disinfected, I think.
I think it's okay. That works. That's good enough. But let's hope, you guys stay safe in the comfort of your homes. Don't go out unless you have to, because there is still a widespread pandemic. The numbers are still rising, unfortunately.
That is a very unfortunate news. The same thing as unfortunate for the loser of this round 1, because they're gonna be getting the momentum of the specific 3.
And with Pacific Pink, with a firm grasp on the lead right now. Oh, do you see that? The overwhelming blink? That was so swag. That was swaggerific.
It was a full swag, getting all of the newts in one hit.
Oh, but another DCA. It's gonna be the Pango. This time around, Valkyrie sees him rolling, and they definitely be hating because his ultimates have been on point.
Yes, they see Pangolin rolling, and then they hating.
But yeah, while nothing is happening, you definitely, ask for a shout out. Talk to us about the patch. What do you think about the patch? And everything. Because, the best way to learn is by talking to other people. And,
Yeah, I've learned a lot just talking to you, Swarley.
no, I've learned a lot talking to Julia. Just kidding.
Wow, that was savage.
No, it wasn't. It's not savage if it's the truth.
Yeah. While the game is paused, you're gonna be seeing our very, very beautiful faces.
Not sponsored by anyone, unfortunately.
Yes.
But,
Hello, Vicky. We're here.
I mean, someone here wants to look like Jimin.
No, no, I don't want to look like Jimin.
You don't want to look like Jimin. Maybe Kudasai wants to look like Jimin. No.
Not possible.
Not possible. Impossible. Impossible.
Not possible. But yeah, I would just like to thank the sponsors.
I miss playing Dota 2. Me too, Melvin Suarez Pazon. But why not play now? Because there is a new patch. Lots of new things happening.
Yes, and we're not yet back into the game, but yeah, the pulse is gonna be undone. We're gonna be shifting into the game.
We know you don't want to see our faces. You want to go back into the game, and your wish is our command.
Yes, your wish is. Yeah, okay. The wish is your command.
Your wish is our command. That's what I said. Stop confusing me, Vittorio. Not cool. But yeah, Aghanim Scepter, very cool though.
Yes, and like I said, this is gonna be a very, very long game. The backline on the side of Valky 5 is very, very solid. Most of the creep waves are gonna be pushed just for the two skills of the Keeper of the Light and the Windwalker. Very good combination. I mean, this is more of a guerrilla warfare right now.
It's the only way they can do it because they did lose their timing. I cannot stress it enough. That Beastmaster, you want to be pushing. And you're a Beastmaster lineup that only got 3 towers, despite getting an early Necronomicon. That is not the way to go, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, he was the one leading the charge on Valky 5. Maybe he was too scared. Because most of his teammates are already down on network on the first early to mid. And most of the time, Pacific Pink is the one dictating.
Yeah, and there we go. They are dictating things once again because this is going to be the Aegis and Cheese this time around. I do want them to give the Aegis to the Shrek this time because a while ago, they found it hard to struggle. I mean, to push forward. There we go. They did listen to us. To me this time around. Thank you very much, Pacific Pink.
Yeah, now Leshrak is looking scary here. I think they're now ready to go for a mega crit push.
There we go. Finally, the siege begins on to the top lane.
Yeah, they're not scared anymore.
Lifestealers should be a bit careful here. Okay, there we go. Backing up here. But they can go for the poke damage here, especially with that Aegis. Okay, Seize the Light once again. It's such a fancy effect, right? Anyways, it's gonna hit onto Leshrak. Gonna move forward. Finally, the range Raxus will drop. Nice. Rolling Thunder in the backline. Gonna catch all of them unawares here, and the damage ensues. The massacre finally with Jinwoo at the 4 killing spree on him. Lina, that's dieback 100 seconds without that Slayer.
Yeah, Hunt is gonna be there. Spectre is gonna be on a 1v1 situation. Monkey King Bot is there, and yeah, he is gonna go down. Is there gonna be a buyback?
Ooh. Wow, everyone's just dying. I can't
even see.
There we go, finally. The Raxus will drop eventually. Buyback on the Wind Ranger.
Yeah, Mega Creeps is up.
Beastmaster has been thrown up by the Yules. Split Earth to follow. Beastmaster is kind of tanky though, still surviving through it all. The Split Earth Echo will not connect.
Yeah, Lashrak is gonna be in a dangerous position here.
Oh, but he does have the buyback. He has a travel as well.
Yeah, he is the richest person on the other
No,
team.
Jinwoo doesn't really care. It's gonna go right up at your face. Rolling Thunder with the support as well. And that's a dieback on the Wind Ranger. And this is it. This is GG. Leshak should just buy back at this point. There we go, finally. Does buy back. We'll be able to TP in thanks to the Boots of Travel. Snapfire already with a Dagon 5 as well. And Spectre and Beastmaster just forced all the way back.
This life stealer is just very, very crazy right now. Beastmaster and Spectre trying to kill him up, but he is too tanky, too sustainable for the chase.
Ooh, there we go, the cheese. Finally, 8 here.
Well, he still went in, and he's going for that blade mail for the Spectre, and he is not going to be able to get a kill there. He needs more support. But Beastmaster...
They can't leave Leshak. Okay, that's a BKB. He'll be fine. He'll be able to run away. That you don't want to get a dieback now. But they lost so many, and they only got one set of Raxes. Just a bit too overeager with the dives here. Went all the way to the fountain as well.
I felt like that they could have pushed in the middle or in the bottom instead of going for those 2v2 or 1v2 situations for Lifestealer. But yeah, like you said, maybe they were, the emotions were filling into the brim.
That is true. And Penta-Edge Sword not doing enough for them, unfortunately. Getting up there in terms of damage, but he can't sustain in these fights despite having his Caddy. 3,410 HP. Lifestealer likes enemies with a lot of HP. Just because of that feast. And, you're playing into his game when you play like that.
There's not much to do on Valkyrie 5. I don't think that they can, make a lot of plays here unless they get a kill on that Leshak and also the Life Stealer going down easily. But I don't see any situation where that will happen.
Nullifier has been picked up here. And Jinwoo just rips apart Natsumi there and does have the buyback, but finally... I mean, the game was open for the first 15 minutes, but despite Jinwoo, Jinwoo had a rough start, but that is the mark of a good carrier, right? Even if you have a rough start, you find the angle, you still find the farm.
Yeah, right now the net worth of all players is now really on the side of Valkyrie 5. We can see here most of the top 3, the 1, 2, 3 of both sides, but Pangolin is going here with the Rolling Thunder, getting a hit on some of the players, and there is someone going down. It's the Keeper of the Light, and yet the tower on the mid lane is gonna be pushed, but Sapphire doing some damage there, and Yu is gonna be up, and I think it's gonna be much disengaged. Primal Roar is gonna hit, and Windwalker is gonna get a hit on Leshak, and Life Stealer is gonna be procting on Leshak for that spike on the health, and it's gonna be Life Stealer going in, but there is so much damage coming in from that Lina.
And finally, gonna be able to get another set of Raxes. 90 seconds without the Beastmaster. That is your real hard control. Without it, Lifestealer can do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, right now they're gonna be going in for all the
finally
mega creeps.
Oh, the gobble up play. Not gonna find anyone, but Lifestealer just went for some, just free flying.
Yeah.
Who says you need the wings to fly if you've got Snapfire Airlines?
Yeah, Pangalia getting another knock up here. She's gonna fall down. Lina is obliterated out of the map. Lich finally winning the Fire and Ice duel.
Finally, I mean, it took a while, but in the freezing cold, attrition is always gonna reign supreme. But yeah, this is gonna be game number 1 going in favor of Pacific.
Yeah, I think this is already a GG well played.
But I am very well excited about Julia Naps and
you.
And you?
No, you. If they go for a game 3.
That's very unlikely though.
I never say never.
We won't know. Maybe we see some cheese from the side of Valkyrie.
Yeah, but for now, Pacific Pink really dominated.
I mean, this was
game.
the hardest fought game of Pacific in the entire tournament.
It was the longest actually for Pacific Pink. It means Valkyrie 5 really prepared for this. Well, let's see what they have in round 4, a round 2 reset.
49 minutes. Let's go. Pacific Pink you know, they really didn't struggle too much. Sure, the early
Yes.
game was hard, but even in the mid game they were losing some fights. But in terms of experience, in terms of gold, they were still ahead, and it showed. You know,
Definitely. And also the reversals were very brilliant. There was a lot of times Valkyrie 5 won a clash, and Valkyrie 5 really tried to push their luck, and Pacific Pink really got the reversals on their faces with that Snapfire. As long as Snapfire was always living on that clash, there was always a possibility of a turnaround.
but yeah, this is just game number 1, and we have a long series. We have a proper series in the way, so please don't go anywhere. I was Swarley, your shoutcaster. Joining me is Vittorio, the mayor of esports. So please don't go anywhere and don't touch that browser, because we will be right back after a very, very short word from our sponsors.
Yeah, see you guys later.